is Vicki Phillips. I teach second grade at Scotten Elementary School. This is my 4th year of doing Saluting New Readers. My students are very excited to perform for you, and let the show begin. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jaden, and I'll be reading Earthquake in the Early Morning, Chapter 4. Maybe we should leave, Jack said in a panic. He wanted to get out of San Francisco before the fire spread. We can't, said Annie. We have to find our special writing for Morgan's library. Something to lend. Let's find it fast, said Jack. He and Annie started walking through the rubble. They stepped over piles of bricks, chunks of concrete, and broken glass. They passed fallen lamps and twisted trolley car tracks. They saw houses leaning to one side and people hauling their things out to the street. We can't worry about our mission now, Annie said. We have to help. Help? How? Jack said. He was so shaky he didn't think he could be much help to anyone. What about them? Said Annie. She pointed to some men frantically, dragging bags out of a building and pulling them into a horse-drawn wagon. Annie ran over to the wagon. What are you doing? She asked the men. We're trying to get these bank bags down to the harbor, said the wagon driver, so a boat can take them out into the bay. Why? Asked Jack. So we can save everyone's money from the fires, the man said. He pointed at the sky. The cloud of smoke was growing bigger and blacker. Can we help? Asked Annie. We're done, said the driver. You kids run home to your parents and get out of the city. Jack wished he and Annie could ride with the driver down to the bay and be safe from the fires too, but he could not see the wagon. He could see the wagon didn't have room for them. Good luck, said Annie. Don't forget what I told you, the driver said. Then he and his horses took off. The wagon turned onto the main street and disappeared over the hill. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hey! Hey!
My name is Jackson, and I'll be reading Sunset of the Saber-Tooth, Chapter 9. Master of Animals. The Saber-Tooth crept forward. Jack stared in horror. Play the flute, whispered Annie. Is she nuts? Jack thought. Try, said Annie. Jack held up the mammoth bone flute to his lips. He blew. The flute made a strange sound. The tiger froze. He glared at Jack. Jack's hands shook. The tiger growled. He took another step. The mammoth roared and stomped the ground. Play it, said Annie. Keep playing. Jack blew again. The saber-tooth froze again. Jack kept blowing until he ran out of breath. The tiger snarled. He's still here, whispered Annie. Keep playing. Keep it up. Jack closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. Then he blew as hard and as long as he could. He covered and uncovered the holes on the bone. The music sounded strange, as if it were coming from another world. He's leaving, whispered Annie. Jack raised his eyes. The saber-tooth was slinking off towards the cliffs. We did it, said Annie. Jack lowered the flute too. He felt very tired. The mammoth waved her trunk happily to the treehouse. Lola, said Annie. The woolly mammoth snorted. Then she lumbered off towards the tallest tree. From the back of the mammoth, Jack grabbed the rope ladder. He held it for Annie. She stroked the mammoth's giant ear. Bye, Lola. Thank you, she said. Annie grabbed the rope ladder. Then she started up. Peanut climbed up too. After they disappeared into the tree house, Thank you for listening to me read.
Hey!
Hi, my name is Christopher. I will be reading How I Got My Shrunken Head. No, I let out a terrified wail, glowing brightly by glowing brightly. The light, the head, it grinned at me, its dark eyes flashing. My hands thrashed at the covers. I struggled to pull myself out of bed. My legs were tangled in the blanket, and I fell with a hard thud on the floor. No, I cried. My body trembled so hard I could barely scramble to my feet. Gazing up, I saw the grinning head float over the dresser, floating into the air, floating toward me like a glowing comet. No, I covered my face to shield myself. When I glanced back up at the shrunken head on the dresser top, I had imagined it floating up. I didn't care. I ran out of the bedroom. The head, it's shrinking. It's glowing. The head, it's glowing. Jessica jumped out of and ran past the bedroom. Mark, what's going on? She called. I didn't stop to answer. I kept running down the hall to Mom and Dad's room. The head, I wailed. The head, it was. I was so terrified I didn't know what I was doing. The door was closed, but I shoved it open without knocking. Mom was laying on her back on her side. My dad was on a business trip, but Mom still slept on the side of her bed. As I burst, she sat up, startled. Cry, Mark. I ran up beside her. Mom, the shrunken head, it started to glow. I cried, my voice high and shrill, and it's glowing, and it grinned at me. Mom stood up and thank you for listening to me read.
Hey!
Hi, my name is Hunter and I'm going to be reading Sad Doggy. My name is Max and my dog is Ben. I intend to bring a smile to my friend. He always seems so blue to me. I build cool stuff to bring him glee. His frown is long and dragged to the ground, even if I'm silly or clowning around. I know, I'll find something to do. A trip perhaps in a car made for two. Done at last, but Ben won't ride. Maybe he's smiling deep inside. I'm not giving up. I'll make something better with handlebars, paint, and string for my sweater. At least Ben's riding, but still looks sad. How can I keep him from feeling so bad? Another idea. I'm not done yet. I must do something for my favorite pet. A plane that flies through the air, but look at his face, the pout is still there. Oh wait, at last I know what to do, but it must be kept secret. He can't smell like glue. When I finally reveal his special surprise, the grin on Ben's face will light up his eyes. Ta-da, I knew it. Just a house of his own. We all need a place we can call home. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Joanna, and I'm going to be reading Clifford
Clifford Goes to Hollywood. This is my dog Clifford. We do lots of things together. We swim together, we play ball together. In winter, we go sledding together. One day, a man stopped us and asked if Clifford would like to be in a movie. Clifford had to take a screen test. The man told him to act happy. Clifford acted happy. Then he asked him to act angry. Then Clifford pretended to be in love. The man told him to act frightened. He did. Clifford acted sad. The man said Clifford was a perfect actor. The man said Clifford was a perfect actor. He wanted him to be in a movie. The next day, they took Clifford to Hollywood. We hated to see him go. Then the movie was finished. Everybody said Clifford was the best in the world. Clifford was a star. In Hollywood, they built him a big doghouse, the kind a movie star shall have. They gave him fancy dishes and brought him special things to eat. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Nathan and I'm going to be reading Fly Guy Presents Dinosaurs. A boy had a pet fly named Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name, Buzz. Buzz and Fly Guy were at the Natural History Museum. This museum had lots of cool stuff, said Buzz. There are dinosaur bones in here. Bones. Fly Guy was excited. They went inside to learn about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs walked the earth about 250 million years ago, during the Mesozoic era. Back then, all the land on Earth was pushed together. This landmass was called Pangaea. Dinosaurs lived all across Pangaea. Over millions of years, the land drifted apart to form 7 continents. Humans did not live when dinosaurs were alive, but flies did. Flyosaurus. Scientists have discovered 700 kinds of dinosaurs. Not all dinosaurs had lived at the same time. For example, Tyrannosaurus rex and Stegosaurus never met because they lived at different times. Dinosaurs were reptiles. Reptiles are covered in scales. Other reptiles include crocodiles, lizards, and turtles. Dinosaurs are also closely related to birds. That is because of how their leg bones join to their hips. All dinosaurs had scales, but some even had feathers like birds. Baby dinosaurs hatched from eggs. Some eggs were as big as footballs, others were small. Most dinosaur eggs were laid in nests on the ground. Some dinosaurs, such as Allosaurus, ate other dinosaurs or animals. They were carnivores. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hey!
Hi, my name is Logan and I will be reading Substitute Groundhog. The day before Groundhog's Day, Groundhog woke up sick. His muscles ached and his throat hurt. Groundhog felt so awful, he went to see Dr. Owl. "You have a bad case of the flu." "You do," said Dr. Owl. "You need hot clover soup and bed rest for 2 days." "How many?" asked Groundhog. Two, hooted Dr. Owl. But Groundhog's day was tomorrow. Groundhog couldn't let everyone down because he was too sick to do his job. He tried to think of something. On his way home to bed, Groundhog passed the Hidey Hole Diner. He saw want ads from all the neighborhood animals tracked to a nearby tree. Skunk was looking for a roommate again. Mr. and Mrs. Duck were returning north and had their nest for rent. "I know what I'll do," Groundhog thought. "I'll advertise for a substitute groundhog." By 10 o'clock, a line of animals waited to try out. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Lila Lansbeck, and I'm going to be reading Timber Rattlesnakes. It was a fall day in a forest. A timber rattlesnake was curled on top of some leaves. It waits to catch a meal. A tiny mouse runs by. The snake strikes. Venom from its bite kills the mouse. The snake swallows it all. Soon winter will come. The snake slithers into its den. The den is a small hole under the ground. The snake stays in its den all winter. It rests and does not move. It is hibernating. The rattler is not alone. It shares its den with other snakes, such as garter snakes. Hundreds of snakes lie on top of each other. In its den, the snake does not eat. It also does not drink. In spring, the weather becomes warmer. The snake leaves its den. The snake moves slowly. It slithers off to warm up. In the sun, it lies in the sun with other snakes. The snake has not eaten in a long time. It is very hungry. It lies on the ground waiting for its next meal to pass by. Thank you for listening to me read. And I am going to be reading Stone Soup. Young man was walking. He walked and he walked. He walked all night and he walked all day. He was very tired and hungry. At last he came to a big house. "What a fine house," he said. "There will be plenty of food for me here." He knocked on the door. A little old lady opened it. "Good lady," said the young man, "I am very hungry. Can you give me something to eat?" "I have nothing to give you," said the little old lady. "I have nothing in the house. I have nothing in the garden."
and she began to close the door. "Stop," said the young man. "If you will not give me something to eat, will you give me a stone?" "A stone," said the little old lady. "What will you do with a stone? You cannot eat a stone." "Ah," said the young man, "I can make soup from a stone." Now the little old lady had never heard of that. Make soup from a stone, fantasy that. There are stones in the road," said the little old lady. The young man picked up a round gray stone, and "This will make a wonderful soup," he said. "Now get me a pot." The little old lady got a pot and filled it with water and put it on the fire. The young man said, "Little old lady," did as she was told, and soon the water was bubbling in the pot. The young man put the round gray stone into the pot. Now we will cook the soup," he said. Thank you for listening to me read. My name is Davy, and I am going to be reading Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit, he made mischief of one kind and another. His mom called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up," so he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, Max's room a forest grew. And grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became a world around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without the supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. And all around from far across the world he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go, we'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Kaylee, and today I will be reading I Want My Hat Back. My hat is gone. I want it back. Have you seen my hat? No, I have not seen your hat. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? No, I haven't seen any hats around here. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? No, why are you asking me? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any hats anywhere. I will not steal a hat. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? I haven't seen anything all day. But try and climb this rock. Would you like me to lift you on top of it? Yes, please. Have you seen my hat? I saw a hat once. It was blue and round. My hat does not look like that. Thank you anyway. Have you seen my hat? What is a hat? Thank you anyway. Nobody has seen my hat. What if I never see it again? What if nobody ever finds it? My poor hat. I miss it so much. What's the matter? I've lost my hat and nobody has seen it. What does your hat look like? It is red, pointy, and I have seen my hat. You stole my hat. I love my hat. Excuse me, have you seen a rabbit wearing a hat? No, why are you asking me? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any rabbits anywhere. I want to eat a rabbit. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. Thank you for listening to me read. And today I'm going to be reading If You Were Born a Kitten. If you were born a kitten, you'd slip into the world in a shivery sack, and your mother would look you free. If you were a baby seahorse, you'd pop out of your father's pouch and swim away with hundreds of brothers and sisters. If you were a chick, you'd peek and nap. You'd peep inside of your shell. You'd kick with your big feet and burst out, "Hello, world." If you were a soft new porky pet, you'd say, ah, ah, ah. That your prickly porcupine mother would say nothing at all. If you were born a whale, you'd squeeze out slowly, tail first, then your mother would nudge you up for your first sip of air. If you were a newborn possum, you'd fit into a teaspoon with lots of brothers and sisters. Your mother would look a path so you could climb to her pouch. If you were born a baby snake, you'd have a tooth on your snout to slash your leathery eggs, you would say, as you slid away. Thank you for listening to me read. Pepper's Adventure. One day, Dad came home with 2 pet mice in a little cage. Sarah loved them. She called the brown one Pepper and the white one Salt. Dad made a big new cage for Pepper and Salt. If it had a wheel and a ladder in a room upstairs. Sarah played with the mice a lot. So did Nicky from next door. "Don't take them outside," said Mom. But one day, Nicky did take Pepper outside. "Don't do that," said Sarah. "Bring Pepper back inside." But Nicky put Pepper down on the grass to see if he liked it. And Pepper ran away. He ran into a flower bed. I'm sorry, said Nicky. Nicky was sorry, but that did not bring Pepper back. Pepper had gone. There are lots of hiding places in a garden for a little brown mouse. The children looked for Pepper, but they did not find him. A cat may get him and eat him up, said Sarah. Nicky went home crying. Lex put Pepper's little cage out in the garden, said Mom. Maybe he will want to go back inside his old home. Sarah put some food in the cage. Pepper will be hungry, she said. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is William. I'm going to be reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. On Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg, came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. After that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar, but he built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name's Jonathan, and I'm gonna be reading Pete the Cat Rocking in My School Shoes. Here comes Pete, strolling down the street, rocking red shoes on his 4 furry feet. Pete is going to school, and he's singing this song. I'm rocking in my school shoes, I'm rocking in my school shoes, I'm rocking in my school shoes. Pete is he's sitting at his desk when his teacher says, "Come on, Pete, down that hall to a room with books on every wall." The library. Pete has never been to the library before. Does Pete worry goodness no? He finds his favorite book and sings his song. I'm reading in my school shoes, I'm reading in my school shoes, I'm reading in my school shoes. Pete's lunch. Check out Pete. He's ready to eat in a big noisy room with tables and seats. Where is Pete? The lunchroom. It can be loud and noisy in the lunchroom, Does Pete worry goodness no? He sits down with his friends and sings his song. I'm eating in my school shoes, I'm eating in my school shoes, I'm eating in my school shoes. Pete and his friends are playing outside on a green grassy field. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I'm going to read Imogene's Antlers. On Thursday, when Imogene woke up, she found she had grown antlers. Getting dressed was difficult, and going through a door now took some thinking. Imogene started down for breakfast, but got hung up. Oh! Imogene's mother fainted away. The doctor poked and prodded and scratched his chin. He could find nothing wrong. The school principal glared at Imogene but had no advice to offer. Her brother Norman consulted the encyclopedia and then announced that Imogene had turned into a rare miniature elk. Imogene's mother fainted again and was carried upstairs to bed. You'll be lots of fun to decorate come Christmas, said Miss Perkins. After dinner, Imogene practiced her piano lesson. Then, yawning, she folded her music, kissed the family, and went to bed. Imogene sighed, remembering the long, eventful day. On Friday, when Imogene woke up, the antlers had disappeared. When she came down to breakfast, the family was overjoyed to see her back normal. Until she came into the room. Thank you for listening to me read. A ghost named Fred. George had nobody to play with. The boys who lived near him were either too old or too young. So he had to make up his own games. One day he would be a pirate, another day a pilot. In the tub, he would be a submarine. And in bed, he was a bear in a cave. One day, George played. He was an astronaut and in orbit, and he got a long way away from home. It began to get dark, and he didn't know how to get back. Then it started to rain. George saw an old house in the darkness. I guess I had better go there, he said. If I don't, I'll get my feet wet and probably get cold. So he went to the house and knocked. But there was no answer. just the sound of the rain and thunder. The door was unlocked. George pushed it and looked inside. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name's Piers and I'm going to be reading The Giving Tree. Once there was a tree. And she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come. And he would gather her leaves. And make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches and eat apples. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree. Very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by. And the boy grew older. And the tree was often alone. On page. Then one day the boy came back to the tree in the, I think this is also the wrong page. Thank you for listening to me read. Hi, my name is Dante. I'm going to read The Clever Penguin. The penguin had a nest with 2 big white eggs in it. Mother penguin sat on the eggs day after day. Father penguin went fishing. One day, Father penguin came back. "Here I am," he said to Mother penguin. "You must be hungry. I'll sit on the eggs. Now, you can go." Mother penguin went down the hill and into the sea to eat fish. Mother penguin went out to sea. She stayed out at sea from days of eating and getting fat. Father penguin stayed on the eggs. No, wrong page. Look out, Mother penguin. Look out for the hungry seals. Seals like to eat fat penguins. But Mother penguin saw the seal. She jumps out of the sea very fast. Clever Mother Penguin. Mother Penguin walks back up the hill. She went back. Thank you. Listen to me read. My name's Cameron and I'm going to read Cookle-Doodle-Doo. Peck, peck, peck. Always chicken feed day after day. After year. I'm sick of it, squawked Big Brown Rooster. Can we get something new to eat around here? Please, nobody's listening. What's a hungry rooster to do? There's no hope. Wait a minute. Rooster remembered the story his mama used to tell, a story handed down from chicken to chicken. The story of his famous great-grandmother, the little red hen. Rooster rushed into the chicken coop. It has to be here, he said. He looked high and low, and there it was, at last hidden under a nest, her cookbook, The Joy of Cooking Alone by L.R. Hen. Rooster carefully turned the pages. So many recipes, and I thought she just baked bread. Look at the strawberry shortcake. That's it. I'll make the most wonderful, magnificent strawberry shortcake in the whole wide world. No more chicken feed for me. Yes, sirree. Just like Great Granny, I'll be a cook. Cook-a-doodle-doo, crowed Rooster as he pranced toward the big farmhouse. Cook-a-doodle-doo, said Dog. Have you lost your marbles, Rooster? Asked Cat. You've never cooked anything before, said Goose. That doesn't matter, replied. Thank you for listening to me read. My name is Olivia, and I'm going to be reading Are You My Mother? A mother bird sat on her egg. The egg jumped. Oh, she said. Said the mother bird. My baby will be here. He will want something to eat. I must get something for my baby bird to eat, she said. I will be back. So away she went. The egg jumped. It jumped and jumped. It jumped. Out came a baby bird. Where is my mother? He said. He looked for her. He looked up. He did not see her. He looked down. He did not see her. I will go and look for her, he said. So away he went. Down out of the tree he went. Down, down, down. It was a long way down. The baby bird could not fly. He could not fly, but he could walk. Now I will go and find my mother, he said. He did not know what his mother looked like. He went right past her. He did not see her. He came to a kitten. Are you my mother? He said to the kitten. The kitten just looked and looked. It did not say a thing. The kitten was not his mother, so he went on. Then he came to a hen. Are you my mother? He said to the hen. No, said the hen.
The kitten was not his mother. The hen was not his mother. I have to find my mother, he said. But where? Where is she? Where could she be? He came to a dog. Are you my mother? He says aloud, no, I am not your mother. I am a dog, says the dog. Thank you for listening to me read.
What do you love?
Reading!
Where do you go to school?
Scotten School!
And what grade are you in?
Second grade!
And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Phillips!
Who's the best teacher in the whole world?
Mrs. Phillips!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hooray!
Thank you.